Peppa Pig just did something that nobody saw coming. After more than 20 years on air, the show has made what might be the most meaningful change in its entire history. And it centers around the one character who's barely said a word this whole time, George Pig. George has been diagnosed with moderate hearing loss, and the way the show is handling it, it's actually kind of incredible. Let's talk about it. The episode is called Hearing Test. It airs March 9th on Milkshake and March 23rd on Nickelodeon, and it was developed in direct partnership with the National Deaf Children's Society. So this wasn't a last-minute creative decision. This was intentional, carefully built, and designed to actually mean something. In the episode, the whole Pig family goes to see an audiologist. George does the hearing test. Every time he hears a beep, he drops a block into a bucket. It's a small detail, but it's exactly how hearing tests work for young children in real life. After the test, the audiologist sits down with Mummy and Daddy Pig and explains that George has moderate hearing loss in one ear. She reassures them that he's going to be okay, that he has support, and that this doesn't change who he is. George then gets fitted with a hearing aid, and that's when the episode does something completely unexpected.
Yeah, Peppa. What?
George says Peppa's name out loud for the first time ever. If you've watched this show for any amount of time, you know George doesn't talk. He roars like a dinosaur. He cries. He makes sounds, but he doesn't use words. So when that moment happens, it hits differently than anything this show has done in 2 decades. Parents are going to cry. Kids are going to cheer. And honestly, that's exactly the point. Now let's talk about who voices the audiologist, because this detail matters. Her name is Jodie Ensley. You might know her better as Fury from the Gladiators reboot. Jodie is profoundly deaf. She received cochlear implants as a baby, grew up navigating a hearing world, and went on to become one of the most recognizable athletes on British television. And she's the one telling Mummy and Daddy Pig that everything is going to be okay. Jodie has spoken about how recording that scene felt deeply personal. Like she was somehow reaching back through time and speaking directly to her own parents in that moment of uncertainty. That's not just good casting. That's storytelling with real intention behind it. Here's some context for why this storyline carries so much weight. Right now, 34 million children around the world are deaf or hard of hearing. That is an enormous number. And 98% of parents say that seeing representation like this in children's shows genuinely helps them have conversations at home that they didn't know how to start. Peppa Pig reaches millions of families every single week. So when George puts on that hearing aid, a child somewhere is going to point at the screen and say, "That's me." And that moment, as small as it might seem, can change everything for that kid. But here's the thing. The show isn't treating this as just one episode and moving on. There's a short film already on YouTube simply called George. And it's unlike anything Peppa Pig has ever released. The entire episode is told from George's perspective. Sounds fade in and out, voices become muffled, conversations blur together. At playgroup, music starts playing, and George moves closer, trying to hear it, and misses it entirely. Peppa stays by his side throughout the day, not even realizing she's been helping him navigate a world that requires so much more effort from him than from everyone else. On top of that, a brand new YouTube channel is launching, Peppa Pig Sign Language for Kids, teaching both British Sign Language and American Sign Language. New George toys are coming too, complete with his blue hearing aid, so children can hold that representation in their hands during playtime. The most exciting thing is that this is only the beginning of George's amazing journey. We're likely going to be seeing episodes that show how George is navigating through life with his hearing aid, and there is a good chance he'll speak much more now. It honestly made me so emotional because this whole time, poor George had been struggling and nobody knew. I'm super happy he got the help he deserves, and all I can say is that George's story is only beginning, and I can't wait to be part of it. Did this video made you emotional too? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.